Welcome back. We've got another Ford SPG. Let's see if it's an actual proper one or just a go exterminate something in the subway or something.
What do we have here?
What do we have here? The Edith Sweets Contest. Oh, yeah. They mentioned that, didn't they? Plans have been laid to hold the Edith Sweets Contest at the Animus Academy Festival, but unfortunately, all of the patissiers who were scheduled to participate are no-shows. Would you be willing to gather replacements? I'll be waiting at Andalusia in the Alba district, Holland. Any of us? No. Okay. Kitty. Meow. Meow. Right. How's it going, mate? Oh, well, if it isn't Van. I appreciate you all taking the time to visit, but I'm afraid I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. No worries, we're here on business today anyways. You guys sent out a Ford SPG asking for Arkwright Solutions' help, right? We came to lend a hand. Does that mean you're the Spriggan everyone's been talking about? What a surprise! Think it was you this whole time. Well, thankfully, you've caught me at the perfect moment. Your request mentioned something about the Edith Sweets contest, right? Sounds like a pretty big deal. Listen up, Fairy. The Edith Sweets contest is more than just a big deal. It's a test of will that features the most celebrated patissiers in the capital. It may only be held every once in a blue moon, but it's an event that defines the future of every single confection establishment in the capital. Andalusia was the winner of last year's contest, which means they're practically a shoo-in for this year's too. I see. You keep track of all their contests, huh? I'd expect nothing less from the Professor of Sweets. Up until last year, the event was sponsored by the Quincy Company. Many of the participants were from the East and Central East, so the judges had ample opportunity to act with prejudice. That won't happen again. Hard to believe they're holding such a historic event at Animus of all places. Sorry, I must have forgotten to mention it to you. As the last year's winner, we were consulted as to where the contest should be held. And as you may know, we're also in charge of providing the sweets for Aramis's cafeteria. We try to set up a booth at their school festival every year. Due to it overlapping with the contest this year, I suggested we might as well hold the contest at Aramis. The school readily agreed to the proposal, of course. I even added my own seal of approval. However, we've recently been made aware of a few complications. That's why we issued a 4 SPG. We? Alright, makes sense to me. So, what did all the participants decide to bail or something? Well, you see, apparently all of the patissiers other than Holland have fallen horribly ill. Suspicious. At the same time. Be patissiers then, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's impossible. Well, usually before we hold the the contest proper, we have a qualifying competition in order to determine who will be participating. Of course, that meant we all had to taste every entered dish. And it just so happened that one of our contestants decided to use a rather rare spice. Oh. Due to an unfortunate combination of ingredients, the result was mass food poisoning. And because everyone was unaware of this combination, they were all unlucky enough to fall victim to it. You've got to be kidding me. Almost sounds like it could have been a terrorist attack. Simply hearing the word terrorist has me on edge. Didn't something similar happen in Longport? There's no need to worry. After conducting a thorough investigation, the police have concluded it was indeed an accident. Yeah, haven't sensed anything fishy on my end either. Guess that makes things a little better. It's just a case of like, whoops. Thankfully, my symptoms were very light compared to the others. But the rest had no choice but to withdraw. Most said they were unwilling to participate if they weren't in top form. I mean, yeah, I've had food poisoning. It's not nice, so... It would be a shame to call the whole thing off, however. Instead, we thought we could perhaps bend the rules a bit. We're hoping to attract more participants if we open registration to the general public. And given such strange circumstances, we figured we might also rename the competition to Aramis Sweets Contest. However, we're still unable to decide who to recruit for participation, and the contest is just around the corner. So, what you're saying is, as long as Holland's not the only competitor, everything else should fall into place? Still, convincing someone to join a competition on such short notice is gonna be a hell of a task. Well, I'm sure we must know someone that'd be willing. We have to know someone! The world of sweets is at stake here! Of course. Alright. We're on the case. Are you sure? Thank you so much, Van. Honestly, I think you might be doing him a favor, not the other way around. But anyway, as a member of Aramis Student Council myself, I'll do everything I can to help. Guess our policy of only taking serious requests got thrown out of the window, huh? Rules don't matter when there's sweets involved. Well, I suppose it's decided. We can salt fry. Could you tell us how many participants you'd like us to recruit? If possible, 4 would be ideal. 4, huh? Think I know just who to call on then. Is one of those people the owner of Monmart? You got that right. He'll probably grumble the whole way here, though. But I'm also thinking of asking the shopkeeper at the La Belle boutique. Ah, that makes sense. She did used to work as a maid over in Bose, after all. I believe she's been helping set up the festival recently. We should be able to find her somewhere around the school. I know exactly where. A maid? I bet she'll be great at baking. And then for our 3rd participant, I was thinking of recruiting a certain someone from Laifu Pandian. Mission, huh? I think she just opened up a shop near the school, too. I'm sure she'll come up with something real tasty for us. She sounds perfect, but do we have any ideas on who the 4th participant should be? Eddie, maybe? Can I make a suggestion? There's someone I've been hoping to meet for a while now. I believe I saw him in a magazine once. Oh, alright then. And I've been curious ever since. His name is Dunn from Centre Marché. Oh, I know him. From Gâteau de Dun, right? I was thinking, with the chestnuts and stuff, right, Eddie? I'm sure he'll be thrilled to get an invitation like this. Your enthusiasm for the culinary arts never ceases to amaze, Van. It really doesn't, does it? However, I've heard he closed shop for the moment. Might just have to search around for him. No problem. I have a feeling I know where to look. Heard he used to run around with some gangs, so I'm sure he's still in contact with a few of his old buddies. We sniff around the usual hangouts, we'll find the guy in no time. I see. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to look. Well, if you don't mind going out of your way, I'd certainly appreciate it. Guess that makes 4. If we can get them all to agree, then it'd be a case closed. Yeah, we should get moving. Here's hoping you find only success. Ba-ba-doo, ba-ba-doo.
I want.
Oh, what do I want? Oh. Happy birthday cakes. Huh. I don't know, I'd probably just go with Victoria's sponge cake. Like, assuming they had that in this world, I imagine they would. It's a very basic cake these days. Right, let's actually look like where we got here. It's not like we got the Centre Marché open up or anything, did we? No. Alright, let's check these guys out then.
Got a question for you.
Is that really what happened? How terrible. I'd like to give you all a hand, but I'm not sure it'd be alright for someone from Longport to participate. It should be fine. I was the one who recommended you anyway. Yeah, sweets shouldn't be a problem for the former Teiji Chushi of Kowloon Hotel, right? That's for sure. My sister's gonna sweep the competition. Oh, you. Well, if you really think I can be of help, I'll gladly do my part. Thanks. We'll see you at the contest then. Bam, bam. Okay, cool, fair enough. I don't want to run up there. Let's just go see about the other places first. I'm worried if we go to the school, it'd be like, right, do you want to finish? And it's like, no, I don't. Okay, we'll just run there.
I'll check out the arena.
What are you looking at? Anyway.
Let me ask you something.
What? You freaking kidding me? The Edith Sweets contest is a battlefield that every patissier worth his salt tries to work his way into. There's no way someone like me should be taking part. My technique's just not up to it. He's taking this more seriously than I expected. Look, I understand how you feel, but you've been doing pretty well, don't you think? Ghetto de Dun was even showcased in a magazine recently. I mean, sure, but... Listen, if we don't find enough participants, the event's going to suffer a huge setback. Just think of it as a lucky break, yeah? And couldn't this be your chance to scope out the competition? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Well, I guess you're right. Alright, you got me. I'll just have to throw my best at him. Should also be able to brush on my skills in the meantime. Sounds good. We'll see you at the competition then. Ah, good lad, good lad, good lad. Alright, so... Old Town. Montmartre.
Let's roll, gang.
Let's roll gang.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Got a question for you.
So, that's what happened, huh? Sounds like some real bad luck. But you know that contest of theirs is only for the best of the best in the business, right? I think you believe my skills are up to par. Well, as much as I appreciate the thought, I really don't think it's the sort of place the owner of a simple bistro belongs. Listen, I get what you're trying to say, but... with the way things are now, the contest isn't even going to happen this year. There's just not enough participants. What if I put it like this? If those girls of yours found out that you got to take place in such a prestigious competition, standing among the very best in the industry, don't you think they'd be proud? Got him. Maybe it's my own personal bias speaking, but I'm a really big fan of all the food you make. I think you'd be a great addition to the contest. Yeah, me too. Sheesh, you sure are making it hard to refuse. Taking on such a big job so suddenly would really put me in a bind, though. But I know Yume's been looking forward to this festival for a while now. Guess I don't mind doing it for her. Alright. You can count me in. Something tells me he's way more excited than he looks. Great. We'll see you at the contest then. We'll go with that. Because then we should bypass the red key thingy. Event. Huh? What's with all the commotion? Seems to be coming from the front gate. I wonder if something happened. Let's go take a look then. Let's not. Yeah, I guess we should. There's something tells me this will be a real pain. I want to go now! Let's try to avoid this.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this. I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year.
Yeah, I was trying to think recently, like, who he reminds me of. It's like, if we changed his hair to sort of like a dark tone, like black or something like that, and you changed his shirt to red. You seeing what I'm seeing, especially with that hairstyle? You seeing it?
The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
Hey! Holy crap, it's really him. President Gramhart sure knows how to work up a crowd. Didn't realize he was our Aramis alumnus. Who knew my school was so prestigious? I knew that the president was an alumnus, but I didn't really expect to see him here. So maybe this is what they were talking about, not, you know, the rocket. Feel bad for Agnes. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess she didn't know he was coming. Yeah, doubtful. I bet Ren and Renee knew, but they probably kept it under the lid. Ah, would this be like if I had Agnes around, would it be a bit different? So I'm not sure, like, had I changed her before that? Like we did all this? I don't know. It's that case of like we had everyone in the group at this point, so Well, at least now we don't have to worry about the festival crashes. Security is bound to have gone from airtight to damn near impenetrable. Most likely. Now that I think about it, Jim was awfully confident in the security detail. Perhaps Killiker kept him in the loop. You ever wonder how we end up becoming acquainted with all these devious characters? Choice of Steins Gate, innit? All the time. I'm kind of curious about what the president's up to. But we're starting to run out of time. We'll need to be meeting up with the rest of the crew pretty soon here. Some characters have moved elsewhere, and the conversation topics have changed. Choosing meet up with the others from the travel menu will end the free time and cause the main story to advance. Okay, as a result, all quest connection events and other subsequents will disappear. Okay, so we got some more rounds to do then after this. Oh, they've joined up together now. Right, we'll see how that plays out with them. Just wondering who else has changed locations. Ba-dum. Da-da-da-da-da. Ah, there's a blue event up there. Is that gonna be? Considering the security around and like the yeah. I think that would definitely be a case of
Volunteers from
Well, got any plans?
where am I thinking? That would definitely be a case of swap. Now, I feel. Because it's
I'm
like,
really happy that I get to wander around the school festival with you. It's making me a little emotional, actually. Looks like all the effort I put in was worth it.
Hey, it's too early for the sappy talk. The thing's barely getting started. Well, even if you are sort of running the show, that don't mean you can't enjoy yourself, right?
Right.
yeah, it just makes more sense to have Anya's around now, considering what's happening.
You need your coffee fix? Look no
I never need my coffee
I
fix.
heard they're going to have
Right.
a live performance.
Let me ask you something.
You don't have enough participants for your contest? Well, I'd be more than happy to help you all. That was easy. Kind of figured it'd take a little more convincing. As the proprietor of the LaBelle Boutique, I simply have no reason to refuse. After all, it would make for a wonderful opportunity to introduce others to the flavors of LaBelle. I'm sure my experience as a maid will do much to aid me as well. With your permission, I would be honored to take the chance to show everyone my skill. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing what you can make. Great. We'll see you later then. Looks like we've rounded up all the participants. Let's go report back to Andalusia.
I heard they're going to have a live performance.
I'm glad to see that our imports are doing so well. Thanks to the tea from Eracian that Elaine shared with me, I feel as if I'd be able to broaden my horizons a bit. Quincy Bell's products are lovely indeed. You should order it yourself sometime, Van. That seems...
All the attendees seem to be
Alrighty.
enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and we'd better have some fun of our own. You've got booths, events, a special performance. Oh yeah, wanted to ask you something. We had a bonfire on the first and last days of our festival. You guys gonna do that too?
Yes, we were hoping to have everyone who helped with this year's festival be there.
Oh, well in that case, I'll be happy to show up.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival.
The fact it's the first day, I'm just wondering how many rounds we're going to have in future as well.
This festival is
It's like, Anyway, we don't want to meet up with everyone. We want to head over to Andalusia.
Here goes!
Right.
Welcome to Andalusia Patisserie.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, we're back. And we managed to get all 4 participants. Really? It would appear they've arrived just in time for introductions. Yeah, came like you told me to. I must say, this is quite the lineup. Excellent. First off, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on such sudden request. Aren't you the owner of Monmar? You're the one from that restaurant over in Longport? Oh, and you're that patissier Mr. Holland's been raving about. To think that you even convinced the proprietor of Le Burle Boutique to join us as well. I have no doubts that this will be a competition for the ages. I know we're only filling in for the big leagues, but I'll make sure to give it my all. Yes, I shall do the utmost to succeed. This is going to be one hell of a contest, that's for sure. I heartily agree. Well, since we're running out of time, why don't we get started on the preparations? I'll be distributing the materials to each of you. Oh, before I forget, Arkwright Solutions, once again, I thank you for all your help. The event will begin shortly, so please, see your way to the designated location. Like that. Ba-da-da-da-da. Following a quick debriefing session and a short rehearsal, preparations were made to begin the event. Once everyone was ready, the curtains were finally raised on the Aramis Sweets contest. My apologies for keeping you all waiting. Welcome once more to the Battle of the Patissières, the Edith Sweets contest. Hey, clap, 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 clap. No one? Okay. This time, however, we plan to present you a new version of our competition, the Aramis Sweets contest. Oh, yes, quite good, yes. Oh, you made it. Yeah, just barely. I heard that Grandpa's going to be making some sweets. I'm super excited to taste them. You're right, he is. Let's make sure to cheer him on. I'm sure Victor will have no issue in winning the judges over. Thanks for giving me a heads up about the contest starting, Agnes. I'm ready to report. And, sorry you had to remind me to do my job. Got a little distracted at the booths. That's alright. I'm just glad you made it in time. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce the first round of our contest. Our beginning theme will be a sweet fit for students. Those judging our contest this time will be a few Aramis students, as well as some recent alumni. As both the former Student Council President and representative of the graduates, I will do all that I can to act as a strict and impartial judge. Well, I'm just glad to be here. But don't worry, I'll take the quality of my sweets super seriously. I'll make sure to judge them well. I look forward to seeing what everyone decides to make. Honestly, I don't really know much about sweets, though, so not sure I was chosen for this. Why don't you just quit, then? That way I can give everyone perfect scores. I'm sure that'll give me my transcript a boost. Boost. Words, brain, do them. What the heck are you mumbling about? What the heck am I mumbling about? Odette certainly seems excited. Aw, man, I want to be a judge too. Of course you do. Yeah, I wish they would have asked me. No kidding. Just the smell's making me hungry. Just the thoughts making me hungry. The two contestants with the highest scores in the first round will earn the right to participate in our finals. And with that, let us proceed to introducing the contestants and their desserts. First, coming all the way from Labourle to share with us its flavors, we have Leela. Hello everyone, it's wonderful to meet you. Ooh, the dish I prepared today is my flowery gelato. It uses the essence of one of Labourle's edible flowers to create a fragrant and sweet treat. Please enjoy. And made from Labourle, huh? Never expected someone like that to be participating. Do we know which flower, though? The judges gorge themselves on gelato. This is delicious, and the floral scent is simply remarkable. Oh, you're right, and the texture's great too. That's not to mention how light the aftertaste is. The aroma isn't overpowering either. It's like, we have fond memories of ice cream, you know, gelato, very similar to ice cream and all that type of stuff from Labourle, don't we? Nothing bad ever happened when that was involved. Yeah, I guess it's alright. The ingredients seem to balance each other out pretty well. Honestly, you could probably serve this at some high-class restaurant. You sound so confident. Has she been a judge before? And although the flavor is indeed rather elegant, it's likely to prove displeasing to those who find the scent of flowers unappealing. It's a fair point, fair point. Well, there you have it. Let's continue with our next contestant. His shop spent its fair share of time in the spotlight recently. Please welcome the owner of Gâteau de Tourne! I'm really not used to this kind of attention, man. But anyway, let me introduce what I cooked up for you all. Ooh. Ooh. This here's my orange peel cannoli. It's a recipe I'm pretty proud of. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into these things. That was a bad idea. They're not normal ingredients. So you brats better enjoy them. The judges chow down on the cannoli. Oh my. The outside itself is so crispy, but the inside is light and airy. All the bits of orange peel add so much flavor. Oh, they would. The zest. The elasticity of the dough is simply perfect. I feel like I could eat 1,000 of them. This cannoli thing's got kind of a strange shape, honestly. I guess it's alright. Should probably be a little sweeter, though. The fact that it's not is one of its strong points. Tarty, maybe? Alright, let's move on to our next contestant. I'm sure you, all your gourmets out there know just who this bistro legend is. He's Victor, owner of Montmartre's Bistro in... Hold down. Nice, looks like it's Victor's turn. Good luck, Grandpa! Is that my Yume I hear? This one's for you, Princess. Oh. Well, anyway, here's my caramel pudding. It may look simple, but I'll have you know I made this with only the most quality of ingredients. I hope it's to your liking. The judges pigged out on the caramel pudding. The caramel flavor is so gentle, it's amazing. And the pudding is so soft too. We had this at our cafeteria. I'd eat it every day. I've never had caramel pudding this rich before. It's sweet, but somehow still fresh and unique. I've been to Montmartre a bunch. This pudding's my favorite thing on their menu. Can't argue with that. I try to get some every time I stop by. It's a pretty classic dessert. Now, let us continue. Our fourth and final contestant is all the rage in Longport. She's the owner of Laifu Fandian, the one and only Meishan. It's a pleasure. I'm hoping to share a special treat with you all today. It's my emerald manteau. Oh. It reminds me of, Chow eggs. From Sonic Adventure. And 2. Both the dough and the sauce are made from an original blend of black tea. Ooh. However, the inside may still be a bit hot. Be careful when taking a bite. My stomach's growling. You got this, Meishan. The judges munched on a bit of manteau. I've never tasted anything like this. So this is a delicacy from the East. It's so warm and tasty. The flavor's really addictive too. Black tea and dough, huh? That's a pretty interesting combination. Sounds lovely. I'm sure you'd have years of experience to make something this good. It tastes a little unusual, but it's far from bad. I'm sure this could be pretty popular outside of the East too. That's what I was gonna say. It's not only delicious, it's also unique. I think they'd sell really well if you'd opened a store here in the capital. I feel like those two are gonna become good friends. This feels like what's gonna happen. Looks like the evaluations have all been tallied. I also like just the little simple thing here that I do appreciate from Falcom. You've got everyone just sitting upright. Apart from one. And that fits her personality. I will now proceed to announce the results of the first round. The 2 contestants that will advance to the finals are Victor and Meishan. Aww. Great job, Grandpa. Thank you very much. Damn, knew it was a shot in the dark, but I still got my hopes up. I mean, I was hoping for some more Liberlian delicacies, you know. Guess I really do have to work on my technique. Well, I suppose allowing everyone to have a little taste of Liberl was enough for me. So those are the results, huh? They really put their backs into making all that. They sure did. Still having to stand by while they ate it all was torture. Damn, should have asked them to make me one of the judges. Well, it certainly looks like you all enjoying yourselves. Yeah, but I kinda wish I could get a few tastes of those treats. I figured that's what you'd say. And that's why I thought of another way to offer my thanks for all your help. No way you can't mean. What? And now we've come to our final round. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Holland, the beloved owner of Andalusia, and last year's contestant winner. He'll be participating with our contestants. And last but not least, allow me to introduce our new judges. That's an interesting lineup. What a wide-ranging selection. Our first judge, who looks extremely happy. He helps from the shadows, but can be lured out with a sweet treat or two. Just a hint of one. Van Arkwright. Damn, I'm gonna end up Owen Holland big time for this, aren't I? You got this, Van. I don't think I've ever seen him so happy. I'm sure he'll want a picture of this. Hey! Next on the roster, she's short, cute, and the very definition of a calming influence. Miss Tower. She got that from Breen. Is that really what people think of me? I hope she manages to enjoy herself for once. She's always working so hard. She really is. Our third judge is a very special guest from the world of old film. He's a celebrated director you all know and love, Director Gotti. And also in attendance is the woman who received the Best Actress award at Tharbat's last film festival, Nina Fenley. You sure picked an interesting group to judge all this. This will be a hell of a contest, no doubt. Yes, I agree. And personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone makes. Didn't expect to see those two here. How come they get to judge and I don't? And finally, we've managed to procure a last-minute addition all the way from the Basel Institute of Science. He's the mastermind behind such inventions as the Typhone, and a fair number of other contributions to society as well. Professor Cronkite! Using a contest to determine superiority in the culinary art seems a bit strange, in my opinion. Taste differs from individual to individual, which is why you have a group of judges. You know, Yang's as critical as ever, I see. Now let us proceed to the main event. The theme for this final round is classic confections. Let's see what our contestants have cooked up. First up is our former champion and the proprietor of Andalusia, Mr. Holland. Seems I have the honor of going first today. Since the theme is classic confections, I prepared a tried and true creation of mine, possibly my most masterful to date. Behold, the pistachio spring soiree. Not a fan of pistachio. Not a fan. He must be planning on adding it to their menu. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Holland's always coming up with new desserts. The judges partook of the cake, savouring its elegant flavors. Sorry, savouring. Well, the pistachio's really got a full-bodied taste. The acidity of the berries mixed with the sweetness of the chocolate. Yeah, this is a pretty solid combo. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of the time I spent here at Aramis. Bittersweet memories of spring. And I think Mr. Arkwright said everything that needs saying. It just moves on to the next one. That'd be funny. We're like, oh, all right, then. We're done. Suppose if I were to add anything myself, I'd say it's really rich, yet light on the tongue. I certainly wouldn't mind having seconds. This cake is crazy delicious. Someone remind me to call this guy for catering later. Both the taste and texture are of great quality too. I could tell a lot of passion went into making this. All of the flavors have achieved a sensible harmony. I believe it would pair rather nicely with... Blech. Next up, we have Victor of Monmouth. Oh, that's... I'll admit it's a bit tough following such a celebrated professional. Well, anyway, I prepared that my homemade tartine for you all. Both my daughter and granddaughter grew up eating this. It's a pretty popular dessert in our household. Hey, we've had that before. Yeah, I remember it being really good. I'm starting to crave some myself. The judges tried a few bites of the tart, reveling in the taste. He's out. Look at him. He's like, oh my god. It's so good. Phew. I don't even know where to start. Isn't this cheating, Victor? You already had my taste buds in a chokehold. The caramelized apples are simply delectable. The pastry itself is crispy, but slightly moist as well. I can tell plenty of attention was paid to perfecting every detail. Oh, a single bite reminds you of the warm and welcoming family. Yes, it most definitely does. However, it still manages to taste like a luxurious dessert. Delicious doesn't even begin to describe it. I suppose it's not terrible. It's just the idea that that was it. It's not bad. Yeah. You could tell the chef took great care in selecting his ingredients. I'm sure Esmeralda and Katra would find the taste compelling. And finally, we have our final contestant, Laifu Fandian's mission. What's this then? Not sure on that. I thought long and hard about what classic confection meant to me, and I came up with this. It's a special pudding made so that it doesn't stick to the plate, your chopsticks, or even your teeth. I call it Snowfall Sanbujan. I developed it while I was still working at Kowloon Hotel. I've never seen this version before. I wonder how it tastes. I'm excited to see their reactions. The judges sampled some of the pudding, attempting to identify the new flavors. And the egg seems creamier than usual. It really melts in your mouth too. This is way different from other sambujan I've had. I've never seen this before, but it tastes great. I think the white egg yolk really earns the spotlight here. You can tell that the chef really excels in Eastern technique. She must be a true master of her skill. It's a work of art. This is really a one-of-a-kind taste. I'm so glad I was able to try such a delicacy. The mixture of ingredients has created a rather unique taste. Perhaps the field of cooking does have depth after all. Oh, he's been brought around. Well, those were all the sweets we prepared for today. Judges, if you would please write down the dish you feel was the best out of all three. They all look so delicious. Yeah, and Van had such a way of describing them. I must start drooling just listening to him. You're right, he seemed really passionate about them all. Oh, well, of course he would! He'd probably make a killing as a gourmet reporter. He really, yeah. I was genuinely thinking that. It's like he should like work for a magazine or something. I'm so excited. What do you think Van's gonna choose? They were all pretty freaking good. It'd be hard to pick just one. But since this is a contest and all, I have to make a choice. Andalusia's pistachio spring soiree. Not a fan of pistachio. Victor's homemade tart. It's like, I am a fan of apple. If it's Bramley, especially. And Mason Snowfall Sambujan. Which one should I vote for? I'm going for like the homemade tart. It just seems like something I would like out of these three, so I'm going to go with that. Alright, I made my choice. Boom, boom, doom. Welcome back, Van. What are you doing over here? Aren't you still one of the judges? Yeah, but I already turned in my vote. Should be fine to watch the announcement from here. Thank you for your patience, everyone. It is now time for the final results to be revealed. After a fierce battle, the crown goes to Monmart's homemade tart. Oh, hey, that's the one I voted for. I guess you really do have great taste. Your confection, how does that work? Your confection made me feel like I was in some heartwarming family drama. Yes, your tart was very delicious. I could tell just how much love went into making it. Hello, I'm quite pleased to hear that. By all means, feel free to stop by our bistro whenever you like. Congratulations. Suppose I'll just have to work even harder to match up to you. I'm actually feeling a little inspired by all this. I'll be sure to improve my technique once I return to Langport. I like their attitudes towards like not winning. It's like, oh, I'll try harder next time. I'll learn new techniques, that kind of thing. And as for our grand prize, the winner will receive 1 year's supply of the highest quality fruit and eggs sourced all the way from Ored. Alright. To thank them for their hard work, the other two contestants received rewards as well. And with that, the Aramis Sweets contest came to a close after finding roaring success. Although Van and the others took a moment to talk with Yume and Victor. They all eventually split up to enjoy the rest of the festival. That was a real great contest. Yes, you two did wonderful work. Well, you certainly couldn't have done it without your help. I have to say, I'm quite impressed that you managed to bring together so many talented chefs on such short notice. I'd like to thank you again for all the hard work you've done. I'll make sure to deposit the payment as promised. Sounds good to me. Well, I think I've had my fill of the school festival for now. Don't you think it's a little early to head back? There's still a lot of places we haven't seen. We should try and take a look around. Alright, after you.
All in a day's work.
Indeed.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Bam-ba-dam. Cool. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? I like that. It was just a bit of a laugh. Right, so... I was going to say we should check if there's any other 4SPGs, but no, there's not. That's it. We're done. Hyperion. Ooh. Right, so that's where we're going to end this part. And in the next part, we'll do the rounds of all the yellow dots that are around the place and get caught up. And then we'll see about that event up top as well, which I'm assuming will be with Anya's father. We shall see, though. I'm just thinking, like, well, it depends how many yellow dots there are around, because it's outside as well, isn't there? I imagine there's stuff out there. We need to also make our way through some... Yeah, there's quite a bit.
So far, so good. Everything's going smoothly. Still, it's a little strange. The school feels like a completely different place with all the decorations we put up.
That change of scenery is what makes these events so much fun. She might be on break, but her eyes are totally lit up. She's grown a lot over this past year.
It's like a proud parent, isn't he? Or guardian of some sort, you know. Like, oh, but I got an older brother. That kind of thing is like, oh, she's doing so well. I'm so proud kind of thing. Like, oh. But anyway, we'll start from here in the next part and then make our way around and just see what's going on with all the yellow dots. And we'll see if we can make it to the event at the end-ish of the next part. We'll see. You know what we're doing in the next part. You get the idea. The rounds. Ta-da for now.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game.
I know. Anyway, ta-da for now.